All right, now we're back again with another May 2026 account checkpoint. Yes, I do one of these every year, and this year will be no exception. I know that this has been a slow year for me as far as video uploads and stuff go. There's just some things going on. It's not really that I don't want to do videos, I've just been busy, but I am planning to come back to videos. I have ideas in the works all the time, it's just finding the time to do them right, but this is a tradition, and I'm not gonna let this one go. Every May, we end up in the same spot, and I don't know, it's just fun to look back and see how my account has progressed compared to the previous years. It's something I've always done, it's something that I plan to continue to do as long as this game exists. So, yeah, it's been a pretty interesting year in this game with all the hexarai and moon signs and nod-krai and all of that, but, well, let's just get into it. This is my May 2026 Genshin account overview. Let's get it. So, as always, I'm gonna start here at the back end. Gaming, Candice, Dahlia, Kaveh, Lisa, Razor, Dori, Sethos, Kaya, Mika, Fremine, Lanyan, Aoife, Yehoda, Prune, Diluc, Tartaglia, Sijuin, Aloy, Xiao, and Arataki Ito. These characters are all level 1 and have not changed since the past year. Every single one of them is level 1. I've had many of them on my accounts for over a year now, but that's just where we are at the moment. However, there are a few exceptions to this rule. If we go back here, well, Dahlia is just a new character who has come out since the past year, so Dahlia doesn't really count. We would have to wait until next year to really say it's been a year without me building him, correct? So that doesn't really count. But so far he's not built, so you can make of that what you will. We can go up this way, and Yehoda's the same. She came out within the past year, so can't really say that, you know, this has been a year without this character, but I mean, I haven't built her yet, so again, make of that what you will. Prune, this character just came out. She's literally on the current banner. So, I give myself a pass for Prune, okay? I mean, will I? Probably. Maybe? I don't know. We'll see what happens, but considering this character is new, maybe. And I have her at C4 too. Isn't that something? But yeah. And lastly, of these new level ones, it's Sijuin, and this was not on purpose. That was not on purpose, dude. That Fontaine Chronicle Wish banner, oh my god. Something happened there. I was going for some Navia constellations, and the game decided, of all the characters, I mean, there's Clarinde, there's Emily, of all the characters that it could have gave me constellations to, it throws me a Sijuin. Oh my lord, I didn't want this. But she's here now. So, you know. What can I do? Anyway, moving on. So this is the first non-level 1 character, Shikanoin Heizo, and there's no change here. Same old dude. I've said I'm gonna build him before, it never happened. Shikanoin Heizo Yeah, this dude, I said I was gonna do something with him before. I never did. Never did anything with Hazo. Just never happened. Uh, I mean, look at the stats. Nothing's changed. 5% crit rate, 50% crit damage. Nothing's changed with Shikano and Hazo. He might as well be in the level 1 category, right? Moving on. Pips, my mannequin. Okay, so this would be me. But you can see I haven't really built my mannequin right. This thing came out and I was like, hey, cool, you can just get to build your own character. And then nothing happened. But this would be me. This would be me. We'll see what I do within this next year, right? Well, I guess. Anyway, yeah, that would be me if I built me. Moving on. This is my Amber, and Amber actually has a nerf from last year, cause her attack went down from 1307 to 598, and her defense is still the same, but her elemental mastery went from 412 down to 297. What happened here is that she lost a fully leveled Stringless to Venti. Venti took her Stringless. I mean, well, not that I played the character anyway, but like her weapon is gone. I mean, but it's a level 40 Amber, right? I wasn't playing this anyway. She did gain a constellation. She was constellation 3. Now she's 4, so I mean, I guess there's that, but it's Amber. What do you want, right? 15.1% crit rate. 144.1 crit damage, 110.4 energy recharge. That's the Amber. Tanari and Chi-Chi, no changes on these two, but I'll go over the stats anyway. Tanari, 463 attack, 227 elemental mastery, 47.3 crit rate, 88.1 crit damage, 111 energy recharge. Let's see here. Yep, still Constellation 2, so no change. Dude's still the same. I just haven't had a need to build this guy. He is a Dendro character, so I mean, it could be useful, but I ain't never used him, so whatever. Chi-Chi is level 40 out of 50, and with 558 attack, and 0 elemental mastery, but I mean, whatever, right? Still 5 crit rate, 50 crit damage, and 100 energy recharge, because I don't play this character. No change though. Still the prototype Rancor, whatever. No artifacts. Still C6, of course. But yeah, this is not a change whatsoever from the previous year. However, moving on, Charlotte actually has, a buff, which is kind of cool. So what happened here really is just that, I mean, she's C6 now. She was C2 last year. So this character fully maxed out on constellations. But as far as anything else goes, it's really still all the same. 55.9 crit rate, 95.1 crit damage, 210 energy recharge with 1928 attack and 91 elemental mastery. Other than that, my Charlotte is the same. I mean, the talents are 177 now, so I guess there's that, right? It was 133 before, so she's buffed. Yeah, I mean, more constellations, higher talents, sure, but nothing else changed. It is what it is. Chongyun has been nerfed. Well, at least nerfed in comparison to last year. And the only thing that happened there, I mean, it's just that Ganyu took her artifact setback. He hit her Blizzard Strayer, and because of the way I do the artifact loadout, since he had it equipped, I do my loadouts based on non-equipped, so he had to unequip her artifact so she could have her second loadout. So, yep, he's back to being this guy again. 1473 attack last year compared to 656 this year. And I mean, he had 36.1 crit rate and 116.1 crit damage last year. Now it's 5 crit rate and 69.4 crit damage. So yeah, I mean, no 135 energy recharge, whatever. No one plays Chongyun. Whatever. I mean, he's nerfed, but like, does it matter? Not really. So it's Chongyun. What am I gonna do? No one plays it. Toma is actually buffed compared to last year, and it's just the fact that his HP is up. Last year he had 17,788 HP. Now he has 18,601 HP, so he went up about 1,000 HP. So that's pretty good, right? And not to mention his crit rate also went up. 45.8 crit rate, 77.2 crit damage, 227.7 energy recharge. Last year he had 42.7 crit rate, so he's gained about 3 crit rates. But aside from that little 3 crit rate, no boost, and the 1,000 extra HP, he's still the same Toma. Favonius Lance, he has here 80-80. He does run that deep wood, like I said last year, because I pretty much play him in burning teams when I do. And since like my Emily wears that Reverie set or whatever it is, I think that's what it's called, and the Kinich wears the Obsidian Codex and all of that, then I need someone to wear this for the Dendro shredding, and it doesn't require the character to be Dendro, so slap that thing on Toma and call it a day. Yeah, but talents are still 188, still the same in other regards, but he did gain some HP, so there is that. Yeah. Chevrus, so really there's no change to Chevrus, but her attack is showing lower than what it showed last year. Last year it showed 1162 attack, now it shows 1033 attack, and that is because I had Chevrus in a party with Pyro Resonance when I did the video. It was Chevrus, Mavuika, Veressa, and Yansan. Alright, now it's that time once again. So all 4 of those characters will have adjustments to their attack because it was not showing correctly last year. But the 1162 from last year is not correct. This 233 is, and I know that because I put this character in a double pyro party and it bounced up to the same value as last year. However, all of that's kind of irrelevant because attack doesn't really matter on Chevrus anyway. It's about the HP, right? So as far as all that goes, she's still the same. 37,230 HP, 103 Elemental Mastery, 22.1 crit rate, 74.1 crit damage, a 15 healing bonus, and 127.9 energy recharge. Chevrus has not changed. Same old Chevrus. And as far as that goes, yeah, Barbara, Aino, Kukishinobu, Sarah, and Diona. Well, let me go back here. Aino doesn't count because Aino is new. But Barbara, Kuki, Sarah, and Diona, those are no change characters. So let's go over those first. I'll still show you their stats. 19,541 HP on Barbara, no Elemental Mastery, 16 crit rate, 60 crit damage, 50.9 healing bonus, and 167.8 energy recharge. She still has this 50 out of 50 Thrilling Tales, whatever. Still on this like copium Maiden Beloved set because I haven't played Barbara since year 1 of the game. 6'6". Still same 699 talents. Barb is the same. Let's go on over to Kuki. 18,138 HP, 1,032 attack, but 546 Elemental Mastery with 36.1 crit rate, 77.2 crit damage, 144.7 energy recharge. Still got this Dark Iron Sword, still on Gilded Dreams, 4 piece, C6, and 199 talent. So, that's Kuki. Sarah. 13,435 HP, 1,240 attack, 220 Elemental Mastery, 31.4 crit rate, 132.9 crit damage, 173.4 energy recharge. Still has a Stringless, yeah. Still on the 4-piece Noblesse. I haven't done anything with this build literally since the character came out. I think she's had these same artifacts it has never had a single artifact change. It's still got a purple in here. That's crazy. Anyway, 3 10 talent. So that's Kujasara. And then Diona, 26,128 HP, 1,249 attack, 42 element of mastery, 14.3 crit rate, 75.7 crit damage, 15 healing bonus, and 139.4 energy recharge. Still the same Diona with the sacrificial bow. An actual maxed out Maiden Beloved though. That's actually kind of nuts. Oh, I didn't realize that. Anyway, wow, I got sidetracked. Anyway, C6 still, yeah, obviously at this point. 1 level 11 talent, so that's cool. Now let's go back to Aino, cause this is a brand new character. Yay, brand new. Yep, she's a pretty good character. I mean, I do use her actually. I use her way more than I use any of the other characters I just showed. Like Aino gets usage, so yeah. And for what it's worth, 15,450 attack, or HP rather, 1,082 attack, 532 element of mastery. Sorry, I had to catch my breath there because I'm talking really fast. 62.5 crit rate, 80.3 crit damage, and 149.1 energy recharge. Okay, she has this Flameforge Insight weapon. I think that's... I don't know if that's okay. When Electro Charge, Lunar Charge, Bloom, or Bloom, Lunar Bloom, Crystallize, or whatever, wow, okay, this is okay. Sure, it has Element of Mastery, 151, sure, we're gonna take that. I just got it. Anyway, 4-piece Silken Moon Serenade. My Aino is C6, and she has 199 talent. I do use this character. But that is my Aino. Brand new character, first thing of note in this video so far. But yeah, there's nothing else to say about this character. So let's go down the line to Sucrose, who is the newest buff character, I would say. I mean, she technically is 12,212 HP compared to 11,921 HP last time. 1,056 attack this time compared to 808 attack last time. And Element of Mastery is up to 549 compared to 235 last time. So Sucrose is definitely stronger. I mean, that's like double the Element of Mastery for one. But she's wearing this Map of Mare, and that's because she lost her sacrificial fragments to Sitlali. So this is kind of just a cope weapon. Because I prefer sacrificial on Sucrose. I don't really play this character that much though to care too much, but still. 4-piece Viridescent Veneer, C6 and 699 talents. Yeah. And so everything about this character, I don't know, man. I just always find another character to play instead of Sucrose. But yeah, I do have her Hexerite talents. I have finished her Witch's Homework, so that's something to note, right? So that's a buff in and of itself, like. So I mean, there's that. But yeah, that's Sucrose. She is buffed technically, with the extra EM. I mean, that alone is a Sucrose buff, but with the Hexerite and everything, yeah, she is better. Lynette has been buffed, all in every way basically. This character's just strictly better, even though I still don't play her, but like, I brought her out a couple times for the fun, which is why she has stat changes, right? Because before she had 14,915 HP, now she has 17,314 HP, with 1,112 attack, and last time she had 259 attack. Now she has 176 element of mastery, even though last time she had 192 element of mastery, so that went down. But this is dramatically different. She had 21.7 crit rate before, now she has 49.3. She had 99.7 crit damage before, now she has 106. And she had 118.8 energy recharge before, and now she has 135.6. So all of that straight up. I mean, it's literally just straight better. It's not even a question. Ziphos Moonlight 77 R3. Maybe I'll just max this thing out. Still running a Viridescent Inventor, of course. Now she is also C6. She was C5 last year, so that's a buff. And 189 talents. She was 155 last year, so that's a buff. So just strictly in every way, the character is just better. Like, there's no metric in which she's worse, unless you're really just looking at the element of mastery, which went from 192 down to 176. But like, okay, whatever. Yeah. Sayu and Kachina, no changes for these two, but I will go over their stats. 1695 attack, 374 element of mastery, 22.1 crit rate, 50 crit damage, 35.9 healing bonus, and 105.8 energy recharge. Same old Sayu with the old range slasher. Still on the Viriven and C6 and 110 talent. Still Sayu. So it looks like the meme of her randomly getting attack buff every year died last year, because for some reason every year she had more attack, but then it just stopped happening. So I guess she's normal now. Kachina, also no different. Kachina has 16,010 HP, 1098 attack, 1469 defense, no energy recharge, 50.5 crit rate, 139.4 crit damage, 146.6 energy recharge. So, wait a minute, did I say 0 energy recharge or 0 elemental mastery? I'm talking too fast. 0 elemental mastery is what I meant to say if I said energy recharge. Anyway, yeah, I'm talking too fast for my own good. Weapon, footprint of the rainbow, rather. It's an R3, and still has Scroll of the Cinder Cities, C6, and 189 talents. No change to Kachina, though. Still the same old character. But I mean, she's alright. I mean, I do have uses. This character does come out in the Imaginarium Theater. And so, like, I have won theaters with this character, so don't get me wrong. Like, don't get it twisted. I play this, but I just haven't had a need to buff her anymore. Dia is now buffed because now she's C3 but was C1 last year. But aside from that, everything else is the same. I'll still go over the stats, but like, well, everything else is not actually the same. She does have more HP. No, she has less HP. Wow, what happened? Yeah, last year she had 27,027 HP. Now she has 25,839 HP. So she lost like 1,500 HP. Huh. Don't know what happened there, but she gained some attack. Now she has 1,292 attack. She did have 1,287 attack. And her elemental mastery is now 40. It always was 40 though, so that didn't change. 66 crit rate compared to 62.9 crit rate. And 75.7 crit damage compared to last year's 81.9. So those are adjustments. More crit rate and slightly less crit damage. 122 energy recharge, that did not change. She does wear that 4-piece deep wood for the same reason Toma does. But 164 talents, that is Dia. And what can I say? Shanyun is pretty significantly buffed, but for the reason why is kind of cope. So the main buff here is that last year she had 1,027 attack. Now she has 2,798 attack. So that's significantly stronger, right? But last year she also had 5 crit rate. This year she has 5. But now she has 101.3 crit damage compared to last year's 95.9. And 15 healing bonus, so that's cool. And 143.4 energy recharge, which is the exact same she had last year. Talent-wise, she's 166, and she was 116 last year. according to my record. So that's also better. The skill talent went up, but as for why there's such a jump, even though I don't even use this character, so I don't even know why I bothered. But I threw this copium Dodoko Tail stat stick on her for the attack. This does not synergize with this character whatsoever. Don't get it twisted. I know that, but I don't know. It was just sitting on my account, and I got tired of looking at her low attack, so she picked up the Dodoko Tails. Why do I have her as buffed? Anyway, 5 crit rate, 95.9 crit damage, 15 healing bonus, 143.4 energy recharge. She's not buffed. Yeah, I don't know why I have her listed as buffed. This is the same Shan Yu that I never did build. Okay, whatever. Maybe next time. It is what it is, dude. Okay. Here we go. This is pretty much a straight up buff. Like Albedo? Dude. Okay. So dude had 13,332 HP last year, 16,803 this year, so 3,000 more HP. He's beefier. Last year he had 1,225 defense. Now he has 794 defense. Yes, like 500 more defense. Great. Crit rate is still 41.9, and crit damage is still 153.4 crit damage. And he still has 140.2 energy recharge. But you can see that he has had actual progress, because that 500 defense is that means something, right? Still has the Cinnabar Spindle, still has the Husk of Opulent Dreams, but he's also C1 now because I claimed one of his constellations from the To Temper Thyself and Journey Far event, or whatever it's called. And not only that, but his Witch's Homework is completed. So, Albedo is literally just a stronger character. And you can probably guess why. It's because of the whole Hexarai thing. I started to actually care about this character because Hexarai became a thing. I always had trouble trying to reconcile a reason to use him when I have Chiori on my account. Albedo, I said I was gonna build him, but I have a Chiori who's just better. So, and I know I said that I could probably find a use to build him and Chiori, but that never happened. Never happened. Then they came out with Hexarai, and now I have a reason. Like, I still don't just use him daily, but I actually have pulled him out now. I've played this dude now. That means something. I even C1'd him, so like he means something to me now. That's amazing, right? Okay. And not only that, but yeah, he was level 50 out of 50 before. Now he's 70 out of 70, so you can tell that I've done work. Dude straight up buffed. And I might take him even further. We'll see. But yeah, Hexarai breathed life into this dude, and I'm like, yeah, I'm just gonna build him now. So yeah. That's my new Albedo. We'll see what happens in 2027. Okay, I got a line of characters here who are all no change. That would be Xiangling, Beidou, Ningguang, Yanfei, Xingqiu, Kirara, and Kale. These characters are all no change, but of course I will go over their stats just so we have the record. Xiangling, 1528 attack, 72 element of mastery, 71.5 crit rate, 110.6 crit damage, 189.9 energy recharge. Still has the R5 catch, Emblem of Severed Fate, C6, 111 talents. Nothing changed. Beidou, 100, well not 100, yeah that'd be real bad. 1,186 attack, 107 element of mastery. 40.2 crit rate, 137 crit damage, 180.9 energy recharge with the luxurious Sea Lord. uh, Emblem of Sever Fate. Look, 2 purple, so you can tell that I stopped playing this character like a long time ago. I have 2 purple artifacts. That's wild. That is crazy. Anyway, C6 and still 4 11 talent. Okay, we gotta move on. Ningguang. She has 1511 attack, 40 element mastery. Still has the solar pearl. Wait a minute, I didn't go over these values, did I? No, I did not. Okay. 68.6 crit rate, 95.1 crit damage, and 115.5 energy recharge. Okay, now I can go on. Solar pearl weapon. Still got a 2-piece archaic. I don't know what's going on there. Oh, I got a 3-piece going on here. I have to decide something to turn into the 4-piece, especially since now we have like the lunar crystallize going on. I may actually want to dabble with this character just for the fun of it. So I may actually have to take this seriously, but I mean, we'll see, whatever. Anyway, C6 Ningguang, 8, 9, 11 talent. That's the Ningguang. Yanfei is 1569 attack, 124 element mastery, 66.4 crit rate, 189 crit damage, and 116.2 energy recharge. With a 90-90 Widsith. Still has the 4-piece Wondrous True. Still C6, obviously. 9, 11, 12 talents. Yay! That's Yanfei. Cool. Xingqiu. 14,318 HP. 1340 attack, 112 element of mastery, 54.4 crit rate, 111.4 crit damage, 192.5 energy recharge. Now this dude I actually play, cause it's Xingqiu. Like, who doesn't play their Xingqiu, right? Everyone plays their Xingqiu, but yeah, I mean, I just haven't had to change them. I just ain't never done it. Like, I ain't never needed to. And I know I can make it better, but he's just so good that I'm like, whatever. This dude is he's OP, man. But anyway, still got the sacrificial sword. Still got the emblem of Sever Fate set. Still C6, 111 talent. Xingqiu Kirara, 41,409 HP, which is, I mean, that's actually pretty wild. That's kind of nuts when I think about it. But it's no change from last year, but that's kind of nuts, dude. Anyway, 224 element of mastery, 12 crit rate, yikes, oof, yeah. But 75.6 crit damage, 137.6 energy recharge. She has the Iron Sting and the 2-piece Verkasha's Glow and 2-piece Tenacity thing going on. Wow, so that's probably where a lot of HP comes from. That's 40 HP right there. Anyway, she's C6, 111 talents. Yeah. Well, holy crap, man. Where are all the HP coming from? Oh, man, there's some cope artifacts, though. What in the world? Anyway, I'm getting out of here. We don't need to look at that. And Kole, 15,949 HP, 1,629 attack, 56 elemental mastery with 32.6 crit rate, 124.6 crit damage, and 175.2 energy recharge. That is Kole. Still has this fading twilight. I still don't know if this is a real deal on her. I don't know if it's a thing. But anyway, 4-piece Deepwood, C6, 111 talents. That's Kole. I really need to read what this weapon does. Increased damage dealt when attacks hit opponents. This weapon will switch to the next state. Weapon can change states whenever. Weapon character's weapon will still trigger the state switch while not on the field. Oh, it doesn't sound terrible. I don't know if it's good for her, but I really put it on her because it matches her aesthetic. Look at that. It's so perfect. It looked like it was made for her. But anyway, I don't even know where this weapon came from. Where did Fading Twilight come from? It's just here. I literally need to Google what. I need to find out where this weapon even came from. Is this like her signature or something? It looks like it. What is this weapon, dog? I don't know what. So anyway, I don't know where this weapon came from. Anyway, so we're gonna move on to Yao Yao, and Yao Yao is a nerf, but Yao Yao is a technical nerf because there's a custody battle for two of black tassels. Okay, I have two black tassels, and Yao Yao, Chevreuse, and Zhongli fight over them all the time. And depending on whoever's feeling meta at the moment, that's who gets it. Okay, and right now I'm getting lots of Zhongli use and lots of Chevreuse use, and Yao Yao hasn't existed as far as my account is concerned, so she doesn't get it. So right now she's weaponless. And last year's Zhongli was the one that didn't have a weapon because it was on these characters. He was using like a fully leveled black tassel, and I ended up giving it to Chevreuse because I actually started building and playing Chevreuse. So maybe I'll just build a third black tassel because Yao Yao also has one. But for now, I just yank a black tassel when I want one. I don't bother. So that's just what happens. Going down from 32,295 down to 28,297. So yeah, sadly that's Yao Yao, but maybe I'll just build a third black tassel so they don't have to keep fighting over two black tassels, right? Anyway, 21.3 crit rate, 75.6 crit damage, 35.9 healing bonus, 141.5 energy recharge. That is still Yao Yao. What in the world is you were? Oh, tenacity. Okay. I saw that Crimson Witch artifact and I was like, what happened? And never mind, it's the off piece. That's crazy. The flower off piece? Why is this? Okay, whatever. I'm not gonna question it. C6, 11010. Still unchanged. So, that is little Yao Yao. Now we get into a real buff again. A buff on the scale of Albedo. Actually, this is a buff way more than Albedo. This is like the first real glow up other than Ino, who was like brand new. Because Auroron last year was new to me and I was building him. Now dude's like an account staple. Like this dude is real deal. He was level 20 out of 40 last year. So I had actually ascended him multiple times, but he was still at level 20. Now he's 80 out of 80. He went from 20 out of 40 to 80 out of 80. Okay. His HP last year was 8,368. Now it's 14,883. So yeah, I mean almost double HP. His attack last year was just 228. Cause again, he was brand new when I was building him. Now it's 2,313. Yeah, dude's grown up. Dude's he's just straight up glow up. 103 element of mastery. He has 57.1 crit rate, 116.8 crit damage, and 118.1 energy recharge. Okay. Last year, okay, well, see, he's wearing this level 90 out of 90 chain breaker too. So I mean, there's that. Dude has a fully leveled weapon. He has the full 4-piece Cinder City set. And last year he only had a 2-piece Cinder City set because again, I was just beginning to build him. He's Constellation 6 now. He was Constellation 1 last year. So, I mean, that's major. And he's 110-10 talent. He was 111 talent. So in every conceivable way, I've turned him into a character compared to last year when he was not a character. Like, dude is not a character, but he is now. So, yeah, absolutely. And Iansan is technically buffed, okay? Now, again, Iansan was one of the 4 characters along with Mavuika, Veressa, and Chevreuse who were in the party last year. And because of that 25% Pyro Resonance attack buff, her attack last year showed way higher than it should have. It showed as 2,456, but that was not correct. So this is her attack now. I mean, she's not in a party now or anything, right? This is just a regular character. 2302 attack. And I know this is more than what it was last year, and that's because I tested it out by putting this character in a double pyro party, and it boosted her attack up to 2483, which is more than 2456 from last year. So by running the same test, by putting her in a double pyro party, I concluded that this attack must be higher. See how I did that? So yeah, Eon-san is a better character. She has more HP too. I mean, she's 14,464 HP. She was 14,095 last year. So I mean, I guess there's that. Everything else is the same though. Same crit rate, 45.4 crit rate, 109.8 crit damage, 175.9 energy recharge. That didn't change. She still has the R5 Tamayurate no Anashi, or however you pronounce it. Dude, did I say that right? Did I just like completely kill that, man? Oh man, I'm goated. I said that straight correct, didn't I? I think I did. Anyway, got excited over that. Anyway, the 4-piece Cinder City still got that. Oh yeah, this is another buff. So just right off the bat, she's buffed just because of this anyway, because she was C5 last year, now she's C6. So my Eon-san is just straight up buffed in the first place, let alone the attack stuff. So there's that. And she's 1-8-11 talent. That's my Eon-san. Slight buffs, but the constellation, her C6, first of all, I mean, that's just it right there. That's really all I had to say. Better character. Eon-san. Fischl. Fischl's pretty much the same character, but she is technically buffed because of the Witch's Homework. She is now a Hexerai character, and so that alone is a buff. Like, it's just an automatic buff, dude. I don't know what to say. Like, and I guess you could say, well, does that really count? But it kind of does, because you have to do the Witch's Homework. I mean, I could have chose not to do it, and she would still be not a Hexerai character. So I choose to count this in buffs because it's something I could have just not done. But I did do it. So I mean, there she is. But otherwise, she's still the same with 2023 attack and 254 element of mastery. Why does she have so much element of mastery? She's using the Windbloom Ode. Oh, actually, reading that passive, that's not crazy bad for her, I don't think. After she uses her skill, it increases her attack by 32%. And you know what? I don't think that's terrible. I'm not gonna hate on that. Anyway, 254 element of mastery, 30.9 crit rate, 110.6 crit damage, and 125.9 energy recharge. That is Miss Fischl. Moving along, these two characters, Rosaria and Goro, are no changes, so we're just gonna go through them really quick. 1931 attack, 37 element mastery, 56.2 crit rate, 110.6 crit damage, and 188.6 energy recharge. Yep, that's Rosaria. Same Skyward Spine, same 4-piece Noblesse. Still C6, obviously, 111 talents. It's Rosaria. Goro, 1927 defense. You can see that I just kind of skipped the attack. I mean, because it's Goro, I'm kind of reading the relevant stat here. And the relevant stat is the defense. So if I skip over a stat or two like that, you kind of know why. Who cares about the attack, right? It's the defense that matters. So 1927 defense, 98 element of mastery, 42.3 crit rate, 50 crit damage exactly. Wow, so that means I got none. That's crazy. 218 energy recharge, and the R5 8080 Favonius Warbow, 4-piece Husk, C6 to 11 talent. And yeah, That's my Goro. No change from last year. However, we get to a couple of newbies. And this is a Mr. Itlua. Itlua's cool. I like this character. And he's fully built. So brand new from the you can tell like he's already finished your pay. Like, come on, dude. But anyway, yeah, Itlua. So this is a pretty good character. And I really like what they did with the design here. Because he's kind of got like, I don't even know what you would call that. It's kind of, it's not really futuristic, but it's not really street. I don't know, I just like it. It's cool. Dude's cool. So anyway, we're gonna go ahead and talk about his stats. Yeah, he has 1316 defense and 981 elemental mastery. Yep. So that's cool off the bat. He's level 80 out of 90. So whatever, right? I can max him, but I haven't. Fire crit rate, 75.7 crit damage, 162.7 energy recharge. And not that all of that stuff really matters. He's using this Dragon's Bane. And the reason why is because, I mean, I'll be using dude in the crystallized team, right? The hydro crystallized, whatever. Lunar crystallized, rather. So almost always they're affected by hydro. Like, that's just a given, right? So, like, where's the bad in it? Plus, it gives so much elemental mastery. So I feel like this weapon is... This is not a cope weapon. This is, like, it makes sense to me. Hello? Am I right? Like... 4-piece Silken Moon Serenade. Yeah. He C6, so that's great. Talents is 1911. But yeah, Itlua, pretty cool character. Kind of like dude. I like his design. It's really cool. It's got the fur collar thing going on. It's got all the belts and stuff. It's a cool design. He's alright. So, there's my Itlua. Durin, also new. Durin is new, okay? So, 2132 attack, 1079 defense. Wow. Okay. 63, alright. 63 elemental mastery, 88.2 crit rate, 160.5 crit damage, and 131.1 energy recharge. I have an R5 Wolf Fang on him because I didn't get his signature. Because stuff be expensive. So, yeah. So, yeah, he's using this because, bro, like, everybody can't have everything, bro. Everybody cannot have everything. Like, dude, something's got to give. Anyway, yeah, the 4-piece noblesse. I don't even know if this is the best thing on him anymore. What does it recommend? Oh, it does recommend 4-piece noblesse. All right, well, I'm all right then. Okay, well, there we go. That makes sense. He's C0. 188 talent so far. I might take those up to 199 just because, I mean, this character's really good. And he doesn't have a terrible design either. I mean, it's a little... I don't want to say cartoony. I mean, it kind of is, but, like, whatever. It's not terrible, though. He's alright, too. Really, really like Itlua's design. Dude's cool. But Durin is alright. So... Anyway, those are two brand new characters for you. Moving along, though, Mona has buffs. Yay! And the only buff is that she has her witch's homework. Yay! But again, I could have chose not to do it, so it does count. 5, 11, 11 talents. Okay, she has 1480 attack, 19 elemental mastery, 50.9 crit rate, 213.2 crit damage, and 160.2 energy recharge. That is my Mona. Man, that 50.9 crit rate though. Maybe need to work on that sometime. Anyway, Yeah, I have the weapon skin on her because that matches too well. Using anything other than the weapon skin is trolling, especially if you don't have a 5-star. So since this is a witch Sith, I absolutely put the weapon skin on it. That's just perfect. Anyway, for police emblem, and she still C6. So that's my Mona. Yep. Jean has no changes, so we're just gonna go over her really quick. 1572 attack, 194 element of mastery, 43.5 crit rate, 160.9 crit damage, 16.6 healing bonus, 116.8 energy recharge. Still using the old Cope Blackcliff longsword, but whatever. Still got the 4-piece Viridescent Venerer with the purple artifact here, cause like I don't touch this character no more. I think she's probably been unchanged like ever since I started doing these videos. C6, 8, 11, 11 talent. It's Jean, man. Like, I do use her again when I need to in theater, because in theater you have to pull out characters you never thought you had to use. But outside of theater, I just don't use her. But she has come in clutch before, like, don't get me wrong. I don't hate the characters, just there's so many other units these days, you know? So, characters like Jean, just, I don't have a huge use for. At least Mona sometimes, every now and then I'll bring out Mona. I mean, this character's actually still relevant sometimes. Especially now with the witch's homework. But like, it's Jean, dude. What do you want? Venti, moving along, dude is straight up buffed. There's no question about it. Okay? Because I had him on my account for a long time. He was one of those characters I just never hardly touched. And I just had him basically just to have him, but never did anything. And now he's relevant because of the Hexerai once again. So Hexerai became a thing, and I'm like, well, time to build Venti. And so that's what I've done. Venti was level 40 out of 50 last time. 40 out of 50. That goes to show you how much I cared about Venti, right? Now he's 80 out of 80. So massive difference right there. Yeah. He had 161 attack, now he has 1472. So again, that matters. He had 36 element of mastery, now he has 231. So again, that matters. And stats, 63.3 crit rate, 115.3 crit damage, and 168.7 energy recharge. Okay, point is, he's actually a character on my account now. He's a character. And I could make him better. I'm not saying he can't be better, but I'm just saying, like, there's obvious work done here. Like, he's starting to look like a character, you know? I mean, and this is also what happened to Amber, by the way. Remember Amber lost a lot of attack and element mastery? It's because I didn't feel like farming anything new for Venti, and I'm like, bro, just throw the stringless on this dude and call it a day. That's what I did, but if I can find something even better or more suitable, I will. But for now, I mean, this thing, it works. It's serviceable, right? So why not? Still has 4-piece Viridescent Venerer, but I've actually picked out good artifacts instead of the cope ones I had. So C0 though, and 888 talents compared to the whatever they were before. I don't even know what it was before. That goes to tell you something too. That tells you a lot. So Venti's a character now, and I only plan for him to be stronger as time goes on. Venti, just, I don't know, I ain't never used to do. I don't even know why I have a Venti. So, yes. There we go. Just like Albedo, we're actually having some progress on some of these old characters. Kazuha, though, has not been changed. But I give him a technical buff, and I'll tell you why in a minute. But anyway, wow, look at his friendship level. Oh, why are you not 10? First of all, how are you not level 10 friendship? I've had this dude since like, his second run? How is he not level 10? I guess because I only play him in in-game and not the open world. Huh. Anyway, got a little sidetracked there. 1503 attack, 751 element of mastery, 12.4 crit rate, 73.3 crit damage, 139.5 energy recharge. Okay. Tokumo Shigure. This weapon has such a drip with his style, his clothing, right? So good, but it's not like it's a signature, but it's not at the same time, right? But this is what I have on him. But I'll come back to this idea in a minute. Also has 4-piece Viridescent Venerer, still C0, 188 talent. All of this is the same, but the reason I give him a technical buff, and I do mean technical, is because I do actually have his signature weapon. I just haven't built it, but I have it now. I lost on some weapon banner. I don't remember which one, but you know how the weapon banners go. You lose, but you can also win, right? I mean, now this is interesting. I do have Tokubo Shigure, but I ended up pulling Freedom Sworn. I lost on someone else's weapon. I can't remember who. It might have been Mizuki. I think it was Mizuki. And I think I lost. And so I do have Freedom Sworn that I can put on him now. But this weapon right here is so good for the matching drip that, like, I don't know, I may give Freedom Sworn to somebody else. Anyway, whatever. I mean, it's a technical loss, but it's a win in other ways, and that's what happened here. So maybe one day I'll get around to building this. Right now I haven't, but you know, it's hard to beat that Tokubo Shigure drip though. Man, that's hard to build or beat. Anyway, moving on. Zhongli. Zhongli was nerfed last time. Now he's back up. Last year he had 39,572 HP. Now he's back up to 45,655 HP. Why is that? Because he took this black tassel back from Yao Yao. Yeah, him and Yao Yao and now Chevrus. Really, Chevrus is the one that made everything hard, right? Because Chevrus I didn't really play until Varesa came out. And so Yao Yao and Zhongli always had black tassels. But when Varesa came out and I started playing more Chevrus, that's when I started having to pass around a black tassel. And so really you can blame this on Chevrus. So Yao Yao shouldn't get mad at Zhongli. She can get mad at Chevrus. Like... But everything else is pretty much the same. I mean, 11.2 crit rate, 62.4 crit damage, 123.3 energy recharge. I'm not sure if those stats are the same as last year, actually. But nothing else about him has changed, so I'm gonna say yes. 4-piece tenacity, still C3, 111 8 talents. There you go. Now... we're about to get into a long line here of no change characters. And because of that, I'm going to blaze right through them. Those characters are Xinyan, Layla, Farazan, Noelle, Yunjin, Pyro Traveler, Hu Tao, and Yoimiya. Okay, so let's go back and let's just blaze through these guys so you can see exactly what's going on with them. But I'm not going to spend a lot of time on these guys, okay? So, Xinyan is 1,038 attack, 1,084 defense, 133 element of mastery, with 33.9 crit rate, and 123.1 crit damage, and 114.9 energy recharge. And that's because she has this level 1 serpent spine. The reason why is because Mavuika stole the wolf gravestone that she had on, and so... this is all I had left, and it just put it on her, and I've never built it because I don't really play Xinyan anymore anyway. She was like a year 1 character I played, and after we got into Inazuma, I don't think I've pulled this character back out ever again. Like, so yeah, but still got the 2-piece pale C6 and 10, 12, 13 talents. There's Xinyan. Layla, 34,123 HP, 1,258 attack, 114 element of mastery. Still has the Harbinger of Dawn. Well, wait a minute. I skipped ahead. 5 crit rate, 117.1 crit damage, and 124 energy recharge. Now I can go to the Harbinger of Dawn because when HP is above 90%, crit rate goes up 28%. So that's something, right? Anyway, artifacts, tenacity, constellation. Now this is actually a buff. Not gonna lie, I said no change, but she was C5. My Layla's now C6. For what it's worth, that's technically something. So I'm not gonna say that's not a buff. It actually is. I mean, by all means of the word, it is. So yay, Layla's finished as far as the constellations go, and she is 111 talents. That's Layla. Farazan, no changes whatsoever, so we're just gonna go directly through these. 1,334 attack, 40 element of mastery, 54.8 crit rate, 69.4 crit damage, and 283.7 energy recharge, which is a very high number, but that's literally Farazan. The character does not function without energy recharge, like, so, yep. 9090 Favonius, and 4-piece Viridescent, C6, and 6, 10, 13 talents. That is my Farazan. Yay. And you can see I did play the character a lot, because she's friendship 10, so that's something. I've played a lot of Farazan, dude, but I haven't changed her, because, I mean, she's complete. Anyway, moving on. Noelle. Yeah. 17,449 HP. First of all, let me just say Noelle's a crazy character, okay? But before I even get into the stats, this character's a 5-star. She's at least like a C0 5-star if you have her at C6. I swear, dude. Like, Noelle is... Man. Anyway. Like, I will pull this character out not being troll, but with actual intent. With the actual intent of winning. Like, I have beat Abyssus with this character, dude. I like, Noelle is okay. Anyway, I'm getting far gone with it. Point is, for 4-star characters in this game, this is like one of my favorites, dude. Noelle is so good. I put effort into this character, but I haven't touched her in the last year. 1,663 defense, 0 element of mastery. Okay. 272 attack, 64.8 crit rate, 158.8 crit damage, and 149.2 energy recharge. Okay. Does have Serpent Spine, that's cool. But she has the 4-piece Merchalche Hunter. And what you gotta realize about the Merchalche Hunter is you can get 3 stacks of 12 crit rate whenever HP increases or decreases. And I've been using her with Farina. And so that happens a lot. Plus, she heals on her own anyway. So, yes, you get HP increase, right? Point is, you can get up to 36% crit rate with her. And when you combine 36% crit rate with 64% crit rate, you get 100% crit rate. So my Noelle can reach 100% crit rate and just completely crit everything all the time, every time. And it's kind of crazy. This character's nuts. Anyway, I love this 4-star, dude. She's so good. Anyway, C6 Noelle, 10, 11, 13 talents. Yep. That's my Noelle. No changes, but I still wanted to go over the context of how this kit works. And those crit rate values, cause 100% crit rate is nuts. Anyway, Yunjin, also no changes. 2,341 defense. 16 element of mastery, which I don't think that matters for Yunjin whatsoever. 33 crit rate, 82.6 crit damage, and 200 rather, and 36.9 energy recharge. I don't know that crit damage matters for her either, but the crit rate does matter because I have a Favonius Lance, so you do want to crit so you can get the particles. She has the 4-piece Husk, C6, 111-12 talents. And there's really not much else to say about Yunjin. I mean, I do use this character. Especially, well, I used to. Way back when my Yoimiya team was my like main team. I haven't used Yunjin as much these days, but there are niche cases where she can work, you know. So I'm still pretty proud of the build. I mean, 2341 defense, yes. Anyway, Pyro Traveler, and I said that there was no changes here, but there's actually adjustments to Pyro Traveler, so that's not really true. Let me go over these adjustments. Last year she had 17,786 HP. Now it's 18,680, so about 1,100 increase of HP, so a little bit beefier, survives a little bit longer. However, attack went down from 1,612 to 1,497. That is definitely a nerf. That's just a nerf. And not to mention, the element of mastery went down from 371 to 160. So that is also a nerf. I don't know. The energy stats, though, she went from 166.3 to 198. That's just better energy stats. And the crit rate went from 54.8 to 60.2. And 87.3 to 88.9, which is functionally no different. Really, it's kind of a nerf, I think, overall. But I'm still using this R3 sapwood, by the way. That's funny. I do have the Scroll of Cinder City on my Pyro Traveler, but I mean, at least my talents are up now, because last year it was 144 talents and now it's 111. So there is that to consider. I mean, on these raw numbers, my Pyro Traveler is better, but there are some losses of power here, and I believe what happened is simply that Pyro Traveler had some artifacts that were just better for other people, and so I had to take it off of my Pyro Traveler and give it to them, because if anyone's gonna get the good stuff, it's like the other limited characters, right? But that doesn't mean this character is bad at all. I can show you Stygian records where Pyro Traveler is in the team. I can show you videos where Pyro Traveler is in the team. We're talking about Fearless Stygian Onslaught, so by no means is this like a character I shove to the side and I'm just like, I don't care. I played Pyro Traveler more than I ever played Dendro Traveler, which says a lot. I play Pyro Traveler a lot. Like, I actually care about my Pyro Traveler. Oh, that says a lot. But I don't know that this weapon even matters. I just haven't changed it since I was on Dendro, right? But whatever. Anyway, moving along. Hu Tao. I said I was going to take a long time on these characters with no changes, and somehow I'm still finding a way to do it. Hu Tao, 36,311 HP, 1,507 attack, 61 element of mastery, 63.3 crit rate, 230.7 crit damage, 118.8 energy recharge. Hu Tao is the same. Staff of Homa, 4P Shimenawa, C1, 999 talents. Don't gotta stay on this too long. I mean, it's the same. And Yoimiya, my OG main, the one that I loved to play every single day, but just isn't as strong anymore. Still strong in certain situations. Shimenawa, same Yoimiya as always, but this is my main. I still pull her out when I need to, but just because she still hits like a truck, even though I do have other favorites who are matching her these days. But yeah. And one of my original C6s, mind you. I only have a few of those, and this is one of them. But 2,164 attack, 84 elemental mastery, 95 crit rate, 195.4 crit damage, 114.9 energy recharge. Signature weapon, Thundering Pulse. 4-piece Shimenawa C6, as I said. 10, 13, 13 talents. This is my Yoimiya. I do still enjoy the character if she was just stronger, but things have just gotten so powerful in this game that she just don't hit like she used to, you know? That's just sadly where we're at. But it is what it is. I mean, what do you expect, right? Nilou. Nilou actually has a buff, and the only buff here is the fact that I claimed a constellation from the To Temper Thyself and Journey Far event. So, I mean, that's really the only change, but I'll still go over the stats because that matters. 69,676 HP, which is absolutely freaking crazy. 140 Element of Mastery. 17.8 crit rate. 83.4 crit damage, but I don't know that any of that even matters because it's Nilou. 132.4 energy recharge. Key of Kashin suit. And 2-piece Veracasha, 2-piece Tenacity. And like I said, I claimed a constellation from the To Temper Thyself event. So, and 199 talent. That's Nilou. Nahida. Well, I have a whole line of no changes here, and I'm seriously gonna go through these without doing anything, without explaining too much. I swear. So Nahida, Alhaitham, Kachin, Raiden Shogun, Naimiko, and Clarand are all no changes. Okay? Nahida. I swear I'm gonna do this quickly. And I'm only gonna go over the relevant stats. You can see their other stats right there. You can see them. So 1,058 Element of Mastery for Nahida, 19 crit rate, 87.3 crit damage, and 141.4 energy recharge with her signature weapon, Deepwood Artifacts, C0, 110 talent, and as you know, she can get some crit rate now directly from all of that. But I'm trying really hard not to explain all that. So that's my Nahida. Alhaitham, 1,362 attack, 432 Element of Mastery, no change. 58.6 crit rate, 145.6 crit damage, 146 energy recharge, with a black sword, and Gilded Dreams, C1, and 9, 10, 8 talents. Okay, Kachin. Kachin is 1,613 attack and 331 Element of Mastery with 59.6 crit rate, 195.7 crit damage, and 127.2 energy recharge with the Primordial Jade Cutter and the Thunder and Fury set. Wow, I really need to change it. What? She still uses that? What? Oh, well, the game recommends that. Anyway, I got off track again. C6. 10, 13, 13 talent. That's my Kachin. So, Raiden Shogun is 2,238 attack, 133 Element of Mastery, 53.2 crit rate, 115.3 crit damage, and 279 energy recharge. I'm gonna stop myself here, because I almost said something. Anyway, actually, you know what? I'm not gonna stop myself here. I know, that she uses. Oh wow, I thought that she switched over to Gilded, but Gilded is still a very low percentage artifact set. Never mind, I'm doing just fine. Never mind. So Engulfing Lightning and Emblem of Severed Fate for a piece. C3. Wow. Wow. Jeez. I didn't realize I invested so much in the show. 6, 10, 13 talents. I mean, I always knew I invested that much, but it's just weird looking back at it, considering that was a year or two character. Anyway, Yaimiko, 1,761 attack, 82 Element of Mastery, 71 or 75.1 crit rate, 156.4 crit damage, and 140.8 energy recharge. Witch Sith weapon, 90-90, Thunder and Fury, C2, wow, I invested a lot there too. And 4 10 talents. So, no change. And Clarand, 1941 attack, 42 element of mastery. Now you can see she's friendship 1, that's because I don't really even play this character, even though she's cool. I should play her because she's also strong, but like, I don't know. I get so caught up in building other characters that I just don't have time to really build my Clarand like I want. And I'm going to show you what I mean in a second. 71.7 crit rate, 169.5 crit damage, 144 energy recharge. But she has the Mist-Splitter weapon. That's fine. I mean, cool. And it even matches, so that's for sure cool. But artifacts is Thunder and Fury, and that's the problem. I want her signature. Yeah. Because Thunder and Fury is only 4.6% usage. But like, the Harmonic Whimsy, I think it's called. Yeah, Fragment of Harmonic Whimsy. That's the real deal. I need that. I don't have time to farm it, so, because there's so many other characters. C0, 898 talents. That's my Clarand. So, or Clarand, or whatever you want to call her. I said Clarand, but okay. Wow, my mouth is getting dry because there's so much talking. Wow. Kamisato Ayaka. The only buff here is also that she was one of them that claimed a constellation from the To Temper Thyself and Journey Far event. So there you go. Those are my characters that claimed constellations from that event. And she was one, so that is a buff for sure. 2019 attack, 142 element of mastery, 33.8 crit rate, 218.8 crit damage, and 132.4 energy recharge. With her Mist-Splitter reforged weapon and Blizzard Strayer, and now C1 and 10 talent. Because this character was OD back in the day, like, and I thought it was worth it back then. Nowadays, I would take some of these levels back. But then again, Ayaka still comes through in a pinch sometimes. I mean, still not a terrible character. Especially in the right situations and when you really need her in Stygian Onslaught, right? Or not Stygian Onslaught, rather Imaginarium Theater. I don't think I've ever used Ayaka in Stygian, but character still gets use. But it's by far not how it used to be. But yeah, Ayaka is buffed because she has a constellation. There's that. But a line of 3 other cryo ladies here have no changes, so I'm just gonna go over them really quick. Ganyu has 2403 attack with 164 element of mastery. She has the Amos bow. It's an R2, by the way. Just nuts. I don't know why I would ever do that. Why would I do that to one of my Amos bows? But okay. 4-piece Wanderer's Troop I'm doing on her. It was Blizzard Strayer for a long time, but now it's Wanderer's Troop. Although I snatched her Blizzard Strayer set off of Chongyun, like I said, so that I can fast equip it. So she has, as you can see, there's the full Blizzard Strayer set, and here's my full Wanderer's Troop set. Yeah, buddy. Yep, I know exactly what to do to manipulate the system into how I want it to be. That's so good, dude. I'm so good. Anyway, so there you go on that. C1, 1099 talent. That is my Ganyu. And moving over to... Oh, wait, did I go over this? Anyway, if I didn't say it, 62.2 crit rate and 166.1 crit damage. I don't know if I put that out there. But just in case I didn't. And you know what? I could even... I'm not going to bother. I was going to put on her Blizzard Strayer set and go over all of those stats. But you can look at like the 2024 or 2023 vid and it would be those stats.
Yeah, there's nothing different about these either, other than the fact that Ganyu and Shinha now have new outfits. But yeah, they're the same. Ganyu, the exact same. When you have perfection, you don't mess with it, right? Like, they're so good, dude. Ayaka and Ganyu are so good. There's 0 changes.
No point in wasting time. Eula is 1864 attack, no element mastered, which is great because she's a physical character. So fantastic, nothing wasted there. 61.8 crit rate, 141.3 crit damage, 115.5 energy recharge. That is Eula with the Snow Tomb Star Silver, and she is using the Pale Flame for a piece set with the C3 and 9913 talents. That was a mouthful, but that is Eula, and hopefully she comes back into play soon when Superconduct becomes a thing again, if it becomes a thing again. But if you know, you know, and if you know, you know, then you know. I believe Superconduct is coming back. We all have hints about it. Let's hope it does. But even if it does, let's hope it does something for physical. Because Eula could use some help, and I like this character, and I like to play this character. Make physical a thing again, please. Anyway, that's my Eula. Mouthful. Wow. Shinha, 3720 attack, 16 elemental matter. Elemental matter is insane. Wow, that sounds like some cosmic stuff. Elemental mastery, rather, 16. 39.6 crit rate, 88.1 crit damage with 150.5 energy recharge with her signature weapon, the Calamity Queller. And she does have 2-piece Shimenawa, 2-piece Gladiator Finale with the C6 because she's one of my few C6s. Alongside Yoimiya and a couple of others, and she is also 113 and 12 talent. C6 is insane on this character because she turns any of your cryo DPS characters into a C6 cryo DPS character, so you can have unlimited cryo DPS C6s for the cost of 1. That is why I like Shinha. And that's why I don't regret anything about that C6. This character's nuts, dude. Oh man, dude. Putting this in my skirt team. Oh, I'm getting ahead of myself there. I haven't talked about skirt yet. Anyway. That's my Shinhu. Okay. Wow. Citlali. Okay, this character of mine is scuffed. but I technically consider this a buff. I don't know how to explain this to you. Okay. So last year she had 17,785 HP. Now she has 17,310, so she did lose like 400 HP. She was 1,010 attack last year, 1,004 this year, so she literally lost 6 attack. Okay. And she has about 100 more defense than last year. She had 913 last year, now it's 1,019. But her elemental mastery is 1,059, and that's the same, which at least that's the stat you care about the most on Citlali. Crit rate is 21.7 compared to 17.8 last year. Yikes though. I don't know that you need crit on this character though. I don't care really. Because I mean her thing is like the buffing stuff, right? Anyway, and 106.7 crit damage with 112.9 crit damage last year, so she went down like 6 crit damage, and 149.9 energy recharge compared to 150.5 last year, so like a 1 point difference, whatever, that doesn't matter, right? But the thing about my Citlali is that she is using the sacrificial fragments that I took off of Sucrose. Great, because this character works great with sacrificial fragments, but she has the Gilded Dreams. Man, it's tough, man. I'll tell you why, because I have too many support characters that are on the Cinder City set. I mean, my Shalonen's on the Cinder City set. My Pyro Traveler is on the Cinder City set. Yansan and Auroron are on Cinder City set. There's only so many I need on Cinder City, so unless Citlali's like the only Natlan character in the team, chances are there's already a Cinder City, so she's on this, but I don't know, man. I don't know what I'm supposed to do there. I can put her on it too, but like, how many Cinder Cities do you need, you know? I don't know. C0, 199 talent. She was 189, so that's also a buff, to be fair. So, I mean, that is a difference. But yeah, man. See, wow, man. I'm the 1% of people, like at least other people use 6% tenacity. I'm the 1% of people that use gilded. That is crazy. Anyway. Wow, I'm a real minority here. That's nuts. I feel kind of weird now. Anyway, that's why I exit Lolly. I don't know though. Maybe as other teams open up and characters get spread out, then I'll put her on the Cinder City. But as of now, it's just, I don't know, man. I don't know. Anyway, that's my sit Lolly. I guess a buff because I took her talent level from 8 to 9, so there's that. And Wanderer or Scaraday. Due to no changes, but we're going to go over the stats. 1912 attack, 84 element of mastery with 70.1 crit rate, 182.9 crit damage, and 116.8 energy recharge using his not using his signature weapon, rather. He's using the Lost Player of the Sacred to the Sacred Winds and a 4-piece Desert Pavilion Chronicle. AC 0, 999 talents, but his Wanderer. Dude's cool. I might be claiming one of his constellations from the To Temper Thyself event, but we will see. And that's my Wanderer. Nothing else to say about the dude. Trying to move along because I still got quite a few here to go before I wrap this thing up. And I want to get it done. So let's get it going. Shalonin. Okie dokie. So, Shalonin is a technical buff, okay? Her HP is up like 3,000. It was 15,522 last year. Now it's 18,538. So she has some more survivability. Okay. And her attack is 1,266, but I mean, it was 1,228 last year. Whatever, though, it's attack. Who cares, right? No one cares about attack on Shalonin. Her defense is what matters, which is 3,537, which is the exact same as last year. So there's that. Crit rate is 40, crit damage is 94.3, and energy recharge is 138.2 compared to last year 132.4. So there is a 6-point jump in energy recharge. So that's cool. At least is a 6-point jump using the Peak Patrol song and Scroll of Cinder City. See, this is another Cinder City user. So when I put Shalonin in a team with Sitlali, I mean, I have a Cinder City. Now, some say that it's better to put Shalonin on the, like, Archaic Petra and let Sitlali be the Scroll of Cinder City user, but, like, I would have to farm an Archaic Petra, dog. Like, you see the problem there? Like, you kind of trolling with it. I don't know about that one, G. So, you know, yeah. Anyway, she still C2 and 110 talent. So with yeah, I mean that's my Shalonin. There's no changes since last year. Nothing else to say. Well, I'm not gonna say there's no changes. It's just that they're minor changes. I mean, the HP went up, so that's cool. Attack is slightly different, but no one cares about it. So overall, as far as her usage and utility go, I'll put it that way. No change. Anyway, Bennett. Benny Boy does have a buff here. And it's been a long time coming. And I've said that I'm going to do it every single year. And every single year it doesn't happen. But now it finally has. And if you know, you know. But we'll get to it in just a second. I'm still going to go over his stats. Excuse me. 32,056 HP. 1,327 attack. 63 element of mastery. 23 crit rate. 84.2 crit damage. 35.9 healing bonus. And 214.8 energy recharge. Yes, this is all the same. Same old Bennett so far, right? Still the Skyward Blade. Still on the Noblesse. But I finally C6 the dude, man. Come on, man. It was time to do it.
This does every. I might C6 this because for reasons, One, I'm tired of looking at the little red exclamation mark. Two, a couple of my pyro characters are uber strong. I really think it's time to do this. I really do. I might do that after I finish this video up. It's time to just get it over with. I say that and then I don't do it. Anyway. I've said it like the last 2 or 3 in a row. Well, I've only done 3 of these before this one. But I know I said it last time that I was gonna activate his final constellation, and then I still haven't done it. But I might be tempted to do it before this recording session is over. We'll see. We'll see. I really want to do this, man. Oh well. Anyway, Bennett's not changed. It was time to do it. I bit the C6 bullet. I got tired of looking at it. It was just time to get it over with. Man, I'm so glad I've done it. Let's be real. The way characters are designed these days, they're so specific that, like, first of all, not even every character wants attack, okay? So that's first of all. And then when they do, you have other options. You have Eon-san and stuff like that. And not to mention the fact that a lot of carries these days are simply built to where their main damage cannot be overridden. Like, there's no point in not C6 and Bennett anymore. Nowadays, you're kind of trolling if you don't. Really. Because there's so few cases to where it matters. To where, like, unless you're in that extreme minority of people who are playing those few use cases, it don't matter, dog. It don't matter. Just C6 your Bennett, man. Get it over with. You know. And then for my pyro characters where it do matter, it's even better. Like, I can put it with Yoimiya now, and, like, that's extra attack, right? And, like, that's extra pyro damage. So, and we have Nicole now. So, like, the time to this debate should be dead at this point. Just do it. Just C6 your Bennett and get it over with. You'll feel better about it in the end. Mavuika. Oh man. How do I even explain this? Oh man, there's a lot to go over with Mavuika. So first, okay, where do I even start? I think I have to give context here first. Right now, she's on the scroll of the Hero of Cinder Cities using Cinder City set, and last year she was on the Obsidian Codex. Huge difference right there, first of all. So that gives context for a lot. Okay. Also, the fact that she was one of the characters that were in the party last year with the double pyro bonus as I was doing the video, so her stats showed up higher anyway. Well, at least her attack stat did. So last year it showed as 2,956 attack. Now it shows as 2,127 attack. Major difference, okay? That's like an 800 attack difference, but again, there is a different set now. I'm not using the Obsidian Codex set that I was using last year. I'm on Scroll of Cinder City, and I'm not into Pyro Resonance. Now, when I put this Mavuika here in Pyro Resonance, because I tried it out to test it, her attack jumps up to 2,829. And so, that's much closer to the 2,900 from previous year, right? So you can call it what you want. This isn't altering. This isn't a nerf or a buff. This is it's a change in her playstyle, cause this is a more supportive Mavuika. Because of that, I think I'm just gonna go over both of her builds. Yeah, let's just do that. I really can't think of another way to contextualize her. So on this Cinder City build, 2,127 attack with 259 element of mastery, 58.3 crit rate, 193.3 crit damage, and 121.4 energy recharge. Okay. With Gravestone. Scroll of Cinder City, she's C1 and 110 talents. Now, that 10 on the skill, that is a buff, okay? Because she was 188 talents last year. So, maxing out this talent, now that is just a straight up buff, no matter which situation you're talking about, right? So yeah. But if I go to Fast Equip, I can equip this set. Well, I don't even have to equip it. I can just look at the stats right there. The stats are literally right there. That's so good. This is my Malvika's other set. And this takes her attack up to... Okay, so if I use the Obsidian Codex, her attack goes up to 2,587. Element of Mastery drops down to 156. But last year, it was 117. So it's still like 40 more... or 39 more than last year, just off of that. Last year, her crit rate on the Obsidian Codex was 35.3, and now it's 39.6, so it still jumps up, okay? But the crit damage is the exact same as last year, 198. The energy recharge goes down, however, from 117.5 to 111. So, some adjustments there. But I don't know what that value is, that 2,587. I don't know what that is in a double pyro team. I don't know if that would jump up higher than the 2,956 from the double pyro team last year. But I'm just going to say that it's all probably pretty similar, if not even higher. So, two different builds here. And this is more comparable to what I did last year because it is the same set. But because I'm doing this supportive build right now, we are on the Cinder City set. So, yeah. That's Malvika. That's context. Yes. Kokomi. Great. And Yelan. No changes on these two, so we're going to go right through them. 36,909 attack, or that's not attack, actually. That would be a crazy attack number. 36,909 HP, rather. 1,447 attack, 124 element of mastery, with the negative 87.6 crit rate, right? So I have 7.4 crit rate somewhere. It'd be nice to get rid of that so I can have to clean 95 crit rate, but okay. And 50 crit damage, which doesn't matter, costing crit rate, whatever. But anyway, 85.9 healing bonus and 156.4 energy recharge. That is my Kokomi. Nothing's changed. Everlasting Moon Glow, still the same. Forest at Ocean Hue, C6. Oh yeah, one of my other C6s. That's my third C6. Join me, Shinhood and Kokomi. So there you go. 10, 13, 13 talent. So you can tell I play this character a lot. But being C6, you can literally just play her as auto attack, hydro, DPS. It's so crazy. This character's nuts. Yeah, no change. Kokomi is what it is. Yelan, 35,934 HP, 100 or 1,162 attack, 0 element of mastery, which is kind of wild, but okay. No element of mastery is wild. Anyway, 49.9 crit rate, which is like, man, dang. 201.9 crit damage and 210 energy recharge. These values are not changed from last year, though. Still using the Aqua Simulacra, Emblem of Severed Fate, C2, and 9910 talent. Yelan is the same. This is the character. Let's move along. This is Farina. Farina has a technical buff, and it's kind of the exact same thing as Kazuha. Okay. My Farina, for the most part, is it's really not different than last year. Okay, stats are the same. 38,903 HP, 128 element of mastery, 56.5 crit rate, 158 crit damage, 156.3 energy recharge. Festering Desire 9090, Golden Troop Set, C2, 21010 talent. Everything's the same, but the difference is I did end up getting her weapon. I do have the Splendor of Tranquil Waters. But here's the thing. I leveled this weapon, and look, it's max too. It's max. So you might be like, why don't you have it on? It's because, man, for me to do that, I have to get energy recharge in her build somewhere. Like, this 45.9 energy recharge from the Festering Desire is so good that when I put on her weapon, I was no longer bursting. I would have to completely get like different artifacts with more energy recharge in it. Like, wow, that's a pretty good one right there. Like, that's actually a pretty nice artifact. Crit damage, HP, crit rate, and energy recharge. But you see what I mean though, like, she has 156.3, and out of that 56.3, 45.9 of it's coming out of the Festering Desire. Plus it gives elemental skill crit rate. Man, I put on her regular weapon, her signature weapon, and I couldn't burst like I was. And I was failing Stygian Onslaught, and I went back to this and I beat it. I was like, man, alright, I'm just gonna use this. Like, so until I can get an actual build that can go around her signature weapon, she's just gonna continue using this. Like, this just is what it is. Like, same for Rena. Technical buff, I have her weapon, but like, I'm not using it. Like, not until it's comfy. Anyway, moving along. 2 characters right here with no changes as well. Mubalani with 36,813 HP and 100 exactly elemental mastery, 60.4 crit rate, 247 crit damage, 100 exact energy recharge. It would be nice to have some energy recharge, but whatever. That 60.4 crit rate turns into 100.4 crit rate because she has the Obsidian Codex set, which gives you 40 crit rate. So like, that's pretty nice. She just always crits. That's insane. Surf's up weapon, C0. I thought I was C1. That's crazy. When did I lose a constellation? I guess I didn't, but why did I think I was C1? Anyway, I'm obviously not. I mean, the record here shows that I'm C0 from last year. It's just so weird. Anyway, 11010 talent. That's Mualani. Really cool. Emily is also my other no change character right here. 19,773 HP with 2,119 attack and 75 elemental mastery with 71.1 crit rate, 221.3 crit damage, and 111 energy recharge. Using the Lumidosi Elegy, however you say that word. Signature weapon. Unfinished Reverie set. C0 and 199 talent. Man, I can't believe I lost on the Fontaine Chronicled Wish banner and didn't get an Emily constellation or a Claran constellation, and they gave me Sigewing. I'll never forgive the game for doing it. I'll never forgive the game. I would have been fine going for Navia constellations and losing to like an Emily constellation. Oh my man, they screwed me out of it. Ugh. It's not fair. Anyway, can't do anything about it now. Anyway, this character is crazy, dude. Great burning character right here. We're getting into the final stretch right now, though. Nothing but buffs and new characters from this point out, with the exception of like one character. These are going to be my top characters, my top finishers. It's been a long time coming, but we're finally at the last stretch. Hope you're ready for these. Okay. And here we are at this final stretch. Let's get these last ones in. New characters, some of the bests, some of my better ones, new ones, and nothing but buffs. Okay. And we're starting here with Mr. Knish. Last year, 1999 attack. This year, 2146 attack. Yes, that's a buff. That's like a 200 point buff, almost. Great. But he did lose Element of Mastery. He went from 61 down to 0. True. But crit rate went from 36.5 to up to 38.1. And crit damage went from 191 up to 201.9. Energy recharge did go down from 139.5 to 129.8. But yeah, he's doing the Obsidian Codex with the 9090 Earthshaker. Still C1. But last year he was 198 talents. Now he's 110.9 talents. So both burst and skill went up a level. So overall, yeah, dude's better. I mean, the attack is a big thing there. The Element of Mastery loss, yeah, that's true, but he has like 10 more crit damage now, and a couple more crit rates. It's just better. My Knish is a little bit better, but it's better. And I do like this dude. He's one of the cooler dudes in the game. I mean, I'm not always about the dudes, but he's a cool one. And a lot of people don't like the design, but he's alright. He ain't the worst. And he's cool, man. Like, he's alright. But that's my Knish. Let's go. Lauma. Lauma is a brand new character because she came out in nod-krai. And I really like this character. She's super strong. And the design is amazing. I really love the character design. Yeah, it's one of the better characters from the past year. As far as like story goes and characterization and dealing with who she is as like the priestess and all that, she's cool. I like Lauma. And she's really good in the game too. This character's kind of cracked, but yeah. 1114 Elemental Mastery. So my Lauma's used. You can see she's Friendship 9. So obviously I do use the character. 43.1 crit rate, 101.3 crit damage. Not amazing, but you know, whatever. 175.1 energy recharge. I'm using this thing is the thing. I don't even know if this is good. It says bloom damage is increased by 96% and lunar bloom damage, but that's not. I don't know, man. I don't know what to put on her. I'm gonna have to find something. I put this on because it had a lot of Elemental Mastery, but I don't know that. I don't know that it's actually good for Lauma. It was more of a stat stick thing. I don't know, man. I don't know. I have to look into it to see how good this actually is for Lauma. But anyway, whatever. She does have the Silken Moon, so that's cool. Mine is C0, 199 talent. So anyway, I do like this character. Nice character, great design. Yeah, Lama's cool. And the other counterpart to that is Nefer. So, yeah, let's just go straight on through this too. I do like this character too. Not just the design, but the fact that she's like so. What even is the word? It's not even suspicious. She's not bad evil or bad either, or evil or anything. She's just like someone you don't want to cross, kind of. It's hard to explain, but she's cool. I like Nefer. 1341 attack, 635 Elemental Mastery, 72.1 crit rate, 255.1 crit damage, and 111.7 energy recharge. With the signature weapon, so that's cool. And she has the Night of Skies Unveiling, so that's good too. C0 as well, and 110 talents. You can tell I put effort into Nefer. So that's a nice little rhyme. Yeah, good character. Kind of like Never. Yeah. Now, Veressa. This is a case. Now, Veressa is a character I had last year already, okay? First things first, Veressa was in the party with Iansan and Mavuika and Chevrus. And so this is the last of those characters that was in that party. So last year her attack was already inflated to 2,561, which was a false number. Right now, when I put this, when I put this Veressa into a double pyro party, the attack goes up to 2,403. And that is lower than 2,561 from last year. So the attack is a technical nerf, okay? I know that. The attack is a nerf. The element of mastery also went down from 75 to 37. So that is a nerf, okay? I know things look weird here. Because last year she had 55.7 crit rate on the Obsidian Codex, which put her crit rate at 95.7. And the crit damage last year was 202.9. Now it's 181.9. So there's like a drop of 20 crit damage as well. So 95.7 crit rate down to 78. 202 down to 181. The energy recharge is up from 126 to 148. But the question may be, why am I so okay with a slight decrease in attack, a slight decrease in element of mastery, a little bit less on the crit rate and all that? Well, it's because last year she was on Obsidian Codex and now she's on Long Knight's Oath. And you may not believe it, but when you run the numbers, and I mean when you run the formulas like crazy, like real numbers, this can turn out to be as equal or better than what it was, despite the slight drop in stats. Because this gives up to 100% plunging attack damage, which in itself makes up for a lot, since mostly what Veressa does is plunging attacks, right? I know it doesn't seem like it. It may not. But I plugged all of this into damage calculators, like, and the end result was that this is a buff by just a hair. And the energy recharge part too, because it was 126.6, now it's 148.6. So that 22 points of energy recharge really makes things smoother as far as getting her ultimate back, which is really important because she does use that in the rotation. It's an interesting case. It's I can see where people would debate it anyway, because the Obsidian Codex did give me a lot of consistency when it came to critting and all that. And so that can turn up to 95.7 crit rate and 202 crit damage. Now, again, I'm still farming for her actual set. True. But she does so much damage with Obsidian Codex that if I never do get her Veressa set, I won't care. I won't even care. Character is strong. And it also buffed basically every part of her kit, because the Obsidian Codex has a full damage bonus passive thing. Whereas the Lone Knight's Oath basically buffs your plunging attacks, right? Yeah. But this just buffs, the two-piece buffs the damage dealt by 15%. So I can see where people would say it's a side grade at best. But when I axed the thing, like when I axed my little companion thing that I use, and you can make of that what you will, and I plugged in all of my numbers into it, for both sets and everything, the damage calculation for this was still better. It's a buff. May not seem believable, but it is. But that's my Reresso. So, yep. There it is. Nefa is a brand new character. Yeah, I like this character a lot. Really cool design, by the way. I like the fact that they made such a human robot. Like, they didn't make a beat boop robot that's just beat boop. Like, you could believe this is a person. That's cool. I like Nefa. Anyway, 2339 attack, 175 element of mastery, 57.6 crit rate, 239.7 crit damage with 131.7 energy recharge, using the signature weapon Fractured Halo and a 4-piece Silken Moon, C0, and 198 talent. Nothing really else to say about Nefa. I mean, she's just new to the account, but I do like the character. Really good character and really strong. This character, man, dude, the lunar charged is insane. Man. Dude, I'm bringing Nefa out in so many comps. It's insane, dude. This character is crazy. Anyway, that's my Nefa. Yeah. And Nefa's cool. Ice Coffee is definitely buffed compared to last year because Escoffier was the brand new character at the time I did last year's video. So I didn't have any stats on my Escoffier, and now I do. And it sucks because I'm doing this video right now and I have not had time to build her. But we can go through, sure. Yeah, and I tried to get her weapon. And it gave me a verdict, Navia's weapon. I already have Navia's weapon. I didn't need another one. So now I don't know what options to go for with Escoffier. I don't know what I'm gonna be doing. But I'm doing Golden Troop. I also wanted a Constellation. I wanted her weapon and a Constellation. So, yeah, it's more like a Escoffier now. My Escoffier is scuffed. No. Last year she was 80-80, but that's about the extent of it. She only had 919 attack. Now she has 2,547 attack. Only had 58 EM. Well, the EM didn't change. That's actually kind of funny. Wow, that's actually pretty hilarious. But the crit rate and crit damage were negligible last year because there was no build. Now I actually have a build, so that's 72.8 crit rate, 188.4 crit damage, 120.7 energy recharge. Also, moving along, last year she had the R1 deathmatch at a level 20 out of 20. Now she has her own signature weapon at a level 90 out of 90. Yes, that makes a big difference. She has the 4-piece Golden Troop, which last year she had Golden Troop unfinished. And even though she's C0, her talents are 1910 when last year they were 162. Again, she was brand new at the time, so you can make of that what you will. But yeah, I mean, she's a full character now, so that's it. That's my Ice Coffee. Friendship level 10. You can see I played the crap out of Escoffier, dude. Like, I played the crap out of this character. Yeah, we like some ice. We like some Escoffier. She's so good. The character's great, man. Yeah. So I'm proud of this build. There's my Ice Coffee. There you go. Chaska also brand new to the account. Now Escoffier wasn't brand new. I mean, she's technically brand new when you consider the fact that she was like a week old or something at the time I did the video. But Chaska's literally brand new to my account because I didn't own her at the time. So this is new character, 2343 attack, 63 element of mastery, 60.4 crit rate, 226.5 crit damage, 129.2 energy recharge with her signature weapon, the Astral Vulture's Crimson Plumage. 4-piece Obsidian Codex, which means that her crit rate of just like Mualani goes up to 100%. Yep. C0 199 talent. That's my Chaska. Pretty good character, but I don't use her that often. I bring her out in Stygian when it's needed. But other than that, I don't really play too much Chaska. Like in the open world and stuff, I don't really bother with Chaska. I play her in theater every now and then, but I don't never use her in the Abyss. But she was instrumental in me getting fearless in one Stygian cycle, so I mean, I ain't gonna complain. If I didn't have Chaska, I would have been stuck on menacing, so. So I mean, we ain't complaining. We're not complaining. I like Chaska enough. It was a good pickup for me. Yeah, that's my Chaska. Yume Mizuki. Character is actually buffed. And really the only way that she's buffed, I'm still gonna go over her stats, but okay, well, we'll get there. 1214 attack, 1037 element of mastery, 51.7 crit rate, 110.6 crit damage with 120.7 energy recharge. She does have her signature weapon, the Sunday Morning Sleep In, because I pulled for the character when she was brand new. 4-piece Viridescent Venerer, but she's C4. Last year she was C1. So I got 3 Mizukis in that time. Oh man. It's fine though. And one of those was on purpose, so that's fine. Or was it her C1 that was on purpose? I can't even remember now. I remember I literally picked Mizuki for my character. Was she C0 and I picked C1, or was she C1 and I picked C2? I don't even remember at this point. That's crazy. Mirror set and she's C1? And some people might be like, what the heck? Why? No, it's because I tried to get ahead of the game. I know we're going to be getting a free character at the anniversary time, and I'm going to use that to bump this up to here, to C2. Because she will increase all nearby party members' pyro, hydro, cryo, and electro damage bonuses. And so, what I did not want to do is just get the character come that time, because base Mizuki, who cares? Like, so I was like, I'll get C1 Mizuki. That way, when the time comes, I'll have C2 Mizuki. So, anyway, she's C4 now. 112.8 talents. And last year she was 193 talents. So she went up in talents in like every way. 4 extra levels on skill. Well, 3 extra levels on skill. And 5 extra levels on her burst. So there's that. It's an interesting character. You see, I don't really like bring her out too much in the open world because look at her friendship level. But I believe there's going to be a case where this character is going to be nuts and everybody's going to like be jealous of my Mizuki. But for now, I just build her for the memes, dude. That's it. Moving along though, the legend himself, Mr. Varka. He's here. We finally got him. The king dog. 2624 attack, 56 element of mastery, 82.1 crit rate, 211.2 crit damage, and just a flat 100 energy recharge, whatever. Brand new character just came out this year, the Hexarai man himself. What's up? I do have a signature weapon because you're trolling if you don't have it. He does have the A Day card from Rising Wind set. C0, whatever. 197 talent. Yeah, man. Anyway, Varka's cool. A lot of people have some complaints about his power level. I don't really care. But to be honest, he's pulled me through some things. Just like I've said with several other characters, I beat Stygian with this dude, dog. Like, if I'm doing Stygian Fearless, then that's good enough, man. Like, that means he's useful. And he's done it. And I've beaten the theater with him too. I can show the records, man. Varka's cool, so this is the legend, man. He's here. Look at him, dude's sick, man. Freaking Varka, let's go. We got him. That's cool. Yeah, he's the homie. You got a little Varka, dog. Moving along, though. Navia. My Navia's really not changed. Except for in one really, really strong and meaningful way. But I'll still go over her stats. I'll still go over the stats. Yeah. 2647 attack. 37 aluminum mastery. 46.5 crit rate. 205 crit damage with 120 energy recharge. Worth remembering that with her artifact set, or not her artifact set, but with her, wait, was it her artifact or her talent? No, it's her artifact set. I'm trolling here. No, it's her C2. I'm losing my mind. Anyway, you can get up to 36 crit rate with the C2, right? So that means that that's really like 78 crit rate. So that's great, right? I mean, you can get way more. No, that's even more than it. Because 36, no, there's 82 crit rate I can have with her. There's 36. But anyway, as you see here, and I kind of spoiled the reveal, but that's okay. I C6 to my Navia. I C6 to my Navia. I went ahead and finished it. I've gotten little bits of constellations over time. I mean, I had her like C2, and then I had her C4, and now I've like C6'd her. I just finished it out on the Fontaine Chronicled Wish. The Fontaine Chronicled Wish. That's a mouthful. I'm getting tongue-tied. Fontaine Chronicled Wish. Try saying that 5 times fast. Anyway, yeah, I went ahead and finished my Navia because this is one character I really like and care about. She's one of my favorite characters in the game. Not just to play, but just as a character. And I'm just like, you know what? Just do it. It had been so long since an actual C6 character because I did Yoimiya, I did Shinha, and Kokomi all in the Inazuma year. Like, and no other C6s since Inazuma. Think about that. I mean, it's through Sumeru, Fontaine, Natlin, and all the way through nod-krai. And the fact that she was already at C4, so yeah, when the Fontaine Chronicled Wish banner did come through, I was like, we're gonna just finish it out because this is one of my favorite characters anyway. I played Navia a lot, dude. And the C6 is game changing, but I feel like that it was a big help since there are such other strong Geo characters coming out these days anyway. But she's still hanging in there. This character is still hanging in there. But pulling on that Fontaine Chronicled Wish is how I ended up with a Siege Wing. Man, I just wanted Navia Constellations. And I ended up with a Siege Wing. Anyway, I can't do anything about it right now. But that is her stats. Yeah. And she's 10, 13, 13, of course. Because it's my Navia. So, yeah. And that is 86 crit rate, by the way. 86. Because math. That's Navia. Let's move along. This is the last stretch. This is like the last 6 characters. Great. Chiori. Out of all these characters in this final stretch, this one is the only no change character. But I still adore this character a lot. And still super strong, dude. 2134 defense, 0 element of mastery, 76.3 crit rate, 233.7 crit damage with 128.5 energy recharge using her signature weapon, the Iraku Misagiri. And Golden Troop, C2 Constellation Steel. Man. Her C6 sounds really fun, but I'm never doing that. Anyway, 6-10-10 talent, no change on Chiori, but it was worth going over her stats because she's this high on the list for a reason. I do like this character a lot, so there we go. And moving into the final 5, which are all brand new characters to the game and to my account. First is Linnea. And this is a character I like a lot too. A lot of people give this character flack for having a simplistic, just everyday girl design, but when you understand that that's literally what her character is about, is just trying to be a normal girl, then you can kind of appreciate the regular design more. That's having media literacy. Hello. Anyway, I'm not gonna judge people for what they say or like, so I'm gonna leave that discussion alone. 2325 defense on my Linnea with 159 element of mastery, 79.4 crit rate with 243.1 crit damage and 122.7 energy recharge using her signature weapon, the Golden Frostbound Oath. She has the Abade, I'm just gonna say Abade of Morningstar and Moon. C0, but whatever. Character's cracked no matter what. This character's busted. And 110 talent. Linnea's a really good character. Super busted. One of my faves. I like the character. Her story was cool. And she deserves more appreciation. Yeah, that's Linnea. Moving on to the last 4. Columbina. 45,838 HP with 80 elemental mastery and 57.6 crit rate, 189.9 crit damage, and 138.2 energy recharge. Now, some of those stats are kind of mid-ish. They're not bad, they're not great, but I feel like that's fantastic when you consider that the weapon I'm using is Prototype Amber. I don't have a crit weapon, so for not having a crit weapon, 57.6 crit rate and 189.9 crit damage, I feel great about that. She's also using the Abade of Morningstar and Moon, C0 as well, with 110 talent. And you can see, okay, look, Columbina's new, C0. Linnea's new, C0. Varka was new, C0. Escoffier, C0. Anefa, C0. Veressa, okay, C1. Nefer, C0. Lama, C0. You can see that in the past year, I stopped doing too many constellations, right? I just stopped. And it's for reasons. The game, I feel like it doesn't, you don't have to do that these days. I've been doing Stygian Onslaught Fearless Clears and Imaginary Theater Lunar mode, the highest mode, I think that's Lunar. Is it Visionary? I think it's Lunar. Anyway, the one with the 12 stars or 12 flowers or whatever. Been doing that with all these C0 characters, and they're not even all using signature weapons. Like, this is Prototype Amber. So I just don't do the vertical like I used to. And that's why something like finally getting Navia's Constellations felt special, because I don't even do that anymore. So finishing this character, pretty great. I mean, again, C0. Varka, C0. Escoffier, C0. And Nefa, C0. Nefer, Llama, C0. Yeah, that's just where I am now in the game. And I'm still doing pretty well. So, that was a kind of a sidetrack, but 110 talent on my Columbina. And I'm pretty proud of my Columbina. Yeah, I like it. Zabai. Moving on to the finals. The final 3. Finally, we're getting there. Okay. Zabai. 2,780 defense, 1,163 attack, with 161 element of mastery. The weapon she's using is another copy of Chiori's weapon. Okay. Which is actually a pretty good weapon for her. And it somewhat matches. It kind of, you know, it's not the worst. She does have some yellow in her theme, so it kind of matches. But going up to her other stats, 52.8 crit rate, 301.7 crit damage, and 100 direct energy recharge. Okay, so about that 52.8 crit rate. The artifact set is this. So with the Night of Skies unveiling, the crit rate can get up by another 30%. As long as you satisfy the conditions for the party. With the nascent gleam or ascendant gleam. So really that can go up to 82.8%. So 82.8% with 301.7 crit damage, I take it. And on that note, since we are on that note, going back to Nefer, who's also using the exact same set, really, her crit rate goes all the way up to 102? So she crits all the time? Okay. I didn't think about that. I didn't think about that. Yeah, dude. So, Nefer's crit rate with the nascent gleam is 15% more, which brings it up to 87. But it's 30% more with the ascendant gleam, which just straight up brings it up to 102. So she's overshot by 2. So that's a pretty cracked build as well. Anyway, I just thought about that. That's cool. Artifact, anyway, yeah. So Constellation sees also C0. See, I'm C0ing all these characters, right? 110, 9 talent for my Shabai. But Shabai's really strong, especially when I put her with like Itlua and Linnea and Columbina or any other combination of Geo and Hydro. It's crazy. This character's nuts. Like, like I have a C6 Navia, and really still Shabai is like OD. Like, this character's crazy. Anyway, I like her too. She had an interesting story as well. Kind of like the fact that she's just from the olden times. Like, she's an OG, but yeah, Shabai's nice, and she's actually fun to play too. So that's cool. Moving on to the last two, Miss Skirk. And the thing about Skirk is, Skirk was actually not out last year. I can't believe this is a brand new character since the last time I did one of these, which is crazy to me because it just seems like she was out, but she wasn't. Escoffier was out. Skirk was not. And that's just nuts to me. It seems like she was out, but she wasn't. And this is a new character. So we went 2150 attack, 121 element of mastery, which I don't know if that's useful on Skirk at all. Why would she need element of mastery? I'm not sure. Let me read. Does it I don't know that she gets anything out of it. Aggravate and Bloom, Lunar Turn, Lunar Crystallize, Observe the Power of Shields. No. Huh. Anyway, it's incidental. 71 it's just there, I guess. 71 crit rate, 219.8 crit damage, and 104.5 crit, energy recharge. With the Azure Light weapon, so the signature, and the Finale of the Deep Galleries artifact set, C0 once again, see, 110 talent, and that's my Skirk. Really enjoyed this character. Incredibly tragic story. Man, I only wish the best for this character, dude. I hope she has a really good resolution with like Certology and dude, like there's so much to be said there, but that'll be getting into the game instead of talking about my account. So yeah. Anyway, I like Skirk a lot, and easily one of my favorite characters to come out in the game, period, let alone just in the last year. So there we go. That's Skirk. And finally, we have Nicole. Took a long time to get here, but we're finally here. And this is also another favorite character of mine, just because of the way the character carries herself. I really like Nicole's characterization. And the fact that she doesn't speak, but she speaks is cool. But here we are. Keep in mind, this is an early build because Nicole is the newest character on banner right now. But even so, I have 3,700 attack, 79 elemental mastery, 17.4 crit rate, but who cares? 64 crit damage, but who cares? And 183.5 energy recharge. The fact that she really only cares about attack and energy recharge is kind of a blessing. So there is that. And that 3,700 is a high attack considering she wants 4,000 and she's gonna get 4,000 through buffs and stuff anyway. Like when you activate her skill and all that. So like I'm in a good spot right now, I feel. She does have her own signature weapon, so that's good. She has her own artifact set right now, so that's good. The Celestial Gift. However, unlike all these characters in the past year, Linnea, Columbina, Shabai, Skirk, Nefer, Lauma, Scofier, Nefa, Varka, unlike all of them, I actually see two Nicole. Because it's good and like I like the character, like whatever. So and 110-7 talent. So yeah. Yeah. She's really strong. But she is kind of an attack-based buffer, so she's not as universal as what you would expect, especially nowadays when there's so many different scalings and stuff in the game, right? But I mean, it is what it is. You don't have to follow or stay in a circle, at least like with Bennett. So that is Nicole, and that is my account, and we have wrapped it up here. And for the record, I'll show you what happens when I use her skill. See, 4,555 attack. So yeah, yeah, that's a difference. And oh yeah, by the way, I have done her witch's homework. So, yeah, I have her Hexerai thing, and same thing with Mr. Varka here. I don't know if I said that or not. I don't remember if I did, but yeah, basically every character that I have built with Hexerai has done the homework. Except for Prune, who I haven't built yet. So, but there we are. We have finally gotten through it. This is probably the longest one yet. I don't expect a single person to watch this entire thing all the way through. That would be nuts. That would be crazy. I, however, have to do this because this is a tradition of mine. I've done it once every single year since 2022. Not gonna stop this year, so here we are. Anyway, there was a lot of characters to go through here and lots of changes, lots of context, but this is my account. This is where I am in Genshin Impact 2026 as of May, and I will be doing it again in 2027 May. But in the meantime, I do plan to start picking videos back up again and trying to put some more out there. It's been a pretty slow year for videos, and I get that. There's been a lot of things to talk about, and I just haven't been on those things because I've been focusing on a lot of other things in life, but I do still like making videos, and as it is, I do have plans. And this is just the beginning right here. If I put this much effort into this, believe me, I have plans for videos. So there you go. There is my May 2026 account overview, account checkpoint. You'll catch me again. If you did watch all the way through, amazing. If you only skimmed through, that's cool too, but either way it goes. Thanks for being here. I appreciate it all, and have a good one.